That's right, I took one of the best heroes in Sage, for now, to the Columbus, Ohio Battle Harden. Or I guess it's the Calling Columbus, but that's not why I was there, so I'm referring to it as the Battle Harden. So why did I bring Ira? Well, it's not because she's the best. That was just a nice bonus. No, I brought her because 1, Acilio is basically unplayable right now, and 2, I just think she's cool. See, I started playing Fab right after Rosetta came out, and I bought that weird Blitz box log thing with the playmat and like the couple of packs and all those little Blitz decks of the heroes from the set. I kind of wish they still did that, but slightly differently. Anyways, I tried out all the heroes, but I really fell in love with Acilio, even though at the time he was just some poor performing wizard. After that, I bought a bunch of those Blitz decks, ripped them open and sleeved them and brought them to conventions just to try to teach others how to play. Then, I got the Ira Armory deck. I bought it mainly because I thought it'd be nice as a jumping off point to teach people how to play CC. You know, you play with a Blitz deck, and now it's time for the big stuff. So me and my friend Jay, one of the locals, both bought the deck and played it against each other. I don't remember who won those games, but I do remember those being some of the most fun I've ever had playing Flesh and Blood. Something about how simple Ira's hero text is, but how you could play her so differently and build the deck in so many different ways. Well, it was a nice break from Acilio, and it was refreshing not playing some top-tier solve deck that I would borrow from other locals. And Ira really pushed me into the more casual Fab experience. Maybe casual isn't even the right word, but more powered down? I don't know. And at the time I was thinking, man, if only LSS had a format that was just like... Now I know that technically Project Blue was announced a couple months before the Ira Armory deck, but this is when I really started to pay attention to it. Fast forward to the first couple of Sage Battle Hardens, and the Ira deck list being released, and I knew what I was going to see, but I also knew I wasn't going to like it. Double Kadachi. And now yes, this is the best choice, and I did build this version and playtest it, but it was just boring. Like, you would look at your hand, and it would play itself. Kadachi for 1, Kadachi for 2, attack, etc. Which is obviously a strong place to be in. Death by 1,000 cuts works. But it was just too boring for me. And again, maybe boring is not the right word. But it's also the same reason that I didn't like playing Briar. But that's another much shorter story. And then I was watching an Ashen Wings video where he mentioned the Mask of Many Faces combo, where you could break the mask, pick Crazy Brew, and then throw Life of the Party for free. And that's when I knew I was going to build what I ended up calling Party Ira. Now this deck is definitely not the best. I kind of have it up on screen in the background right now. But I knew that it would be fun. Well, fun for me, maybe not for anybody else. First thing was throwing out those damn Kadachis and getting the beloved Edge of Hotta back. Now while this might seem like a small change at first, it greatly changed the whole blue base of the deck. I could put whatever weird stuff I wanted there. I'm running Blue Pummel for the fun of it, among other less played blues like Flying Kick, because it's not the worst rate for a blue that blocks 3. This also led me to add more 2 costs, like Cut Down, Humble, and Wreak Havoc, and all the Vengeance cards, until I ultimately just said screw it, and I added at least some copy of any card that had Ira on it, just to make it the Ira Party deck. Now how did this deck perform in Columbus? Bad. It didn't do good, but I do think a large part of it was user error. I kept missing small things that would have led to leaking 1 or 2 points of damage almost every turn, like playing something with Go Again and then attacking with the sword, just so it would come in for 2 and get over some of that armor. But I also got to get a lot of in-person practice on it. I took part in 4 separate Sage events, one of them being the Battle Hardened, and one of the others being the Sage Pummel event, and I pretty much kept the same deck throughout all of them, although I did think about running a copy of Red Pummel once I got the promo on Saturday. But I don't think in any event I won more than 2 games. I did end up beating a chain in the Sage Pummel event, but I just got very lucky and they didn't hit a single RuneGate card during our game. Also, I don't know if anyone else had this experience, but what was up with the insane amount of brutes? I felt like every other game was up against a brute, to the point where in the same event I went up against the same Reinhardt twice and defeated him both times. Although I did absolutely abysmal in this event, Calling as a whole was amazing and just about everyone I met there was wonderful. And I think the only weird thing was that the vendors had no commons or rares unless they were in cold foil and cost above a certain amount, which I hope Sage becomes more popular in the eyes of these vendors, so maybe they'll carry more stuff. So, the other Pummel event was in CC, and there's only one hero in CC for me. It should be pretty obvious. They're the hero that I have the most reps with, and that's right, I brought Pleiades? That's right, I forgot my Acilio deck at home, on my desk. And the only other deck that I had on me was a Pleiades Armory deck that I had about $40 of upgrades into. And I didn't win a single match. At one point, I even got paired into Star, and they beat me up with Prism. And I'd love to say that it was close, but they absolutely destroyed me. Which, I'm proud of them, but like, damn, not even a single win, and my losses weren't even close. The event came to close with me and Star collecting 3 promo pummels, 1,200 tickets, and a Yarrow playmat. Star did end up trading that one pummel promo for the diner version of Prism, and we traded all those tickets in for a Dusk Till Dawn box, basically just Marvel hunting, but we did come out with a legendary that they let me trade for more Acilio cards. So, thank you, Star. There were some other fun things that happened, but I'll save those for the more short-form videos. But that was my Calling Columbus experience. Everything other than my performance in the game was amazing. I'd love to hear from you guys. What's your favorite Flesh and Blood stories? Or maybe a fun event that you went to, whether you did good or not. Also, I'm really excited to rebuild Ira after Ben, and I'd love to hear what year you guys are most excited to get upgrades. But that's all for today. Go check me out on TikTok. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you want to keep up with me, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.